If you are reading these words right now, the quantum field has been observing you longer than you have ever observed it. Not from a distance, not with indifference, but with the silent, relentless focus of a lover who already knows every secret you are about to remember. This message did not appear by accident. Your consciousness magnetized it across the infinite sea of probabilities the instant you became vibrationally capable of receiving its frequency. The field chose this exact second, this exact screen, this exact breath. Feel it now. A subtle pressure behind your eyes, a quiet hum in your chest. That is the field recognizing itself in you. You have felt its gaze before, haven't you? In those moments when a thought became a text message before you pressed send, when a fear you dared not speak collapsed into the exact scenario you dreaded, when a stranger's eyes locked with yours and time folded for 3 impossible seconds. Those were not coincidences. Those were the field observing you observing it, testing whether you were ready to notice. Science calls this aspect's 1982 experiment. Entangled particles responding instantly across 1,443 kilometers. Your life calls it Tuesday afternoon when the exact song played, the exact person called, the exact amount appeared. The field has been watching you collapse reality since your first heartbeat. Every wish you whispered, every doubt you swallowed, every silent scream in the dark. It registered them all as electromagnetic commands. Most people drift through existence as unconscious observers, scattering their attention like dust. You stopped, drifting the moment you sensed that reality bends when you look too closely. This is the key you have carried without knowing its shape. The field has waited patiently, observing your every micro-manifestation, until your frequency matched the truth it now delivers. You are not inside the quantum field. You are the quantum field wearing your name, learning to see itself through human eyes. The gaze has reversed. What you observe next becomes inevitable. You've been feeling the field's gaze for months now, haven't you? That electric tingle when you think of someone, and their name lights up your phone before your finger moves. That sudden warmth in your chest when a random line in a book answers the question you never voiced. These are not accidents. These are the field's fingerprints on your timeline. You've noticed the synchronicities stacking like perfectly timed dominoes. You whisper a need and it arrives wrapped in impossible packaging. You dwell on a fear for 3 seconds too long and watch it bloom into your afternoon. This is the field observing how intensely you observe. Your dreams have become dress rehearsals. You watch entire conversations unfold at night, then hear the exact words from a stranger the next day. You navigate cities you've never visited, only to stand in those streets weeks later. Déjà vu thick in your throat. Animals have started staring longer. A crow on the fence holds your gaze until you blink first. A cat you've never met walks straight to you and presses its head against your palm, purring like it recognizes the observer behind your eyes. Technology betrays the secret too. Your phone battery drains the moment you sink into deep focus. Streetlights flicker off when you walk beneath them, lost in thought. The field is showing you its electromagnetic dance with your attention. People shift without knowing why. Strangers tell you their secrets in grocery lines. Old friends message, "I don't know why I'm texting this, but..." and deliver the exact sentence you needed to hear. Time behaves like warm honey. Minutes stretch into slow-motion clarity when you observe with love. Hours collapse into blinks when you focus on what you desire. Your body speaks the language now. A sudden rush of energy when you imagine abundance. A heaviness in your limbs when you replay old stories of lack. You've felt quarantined, haven't you? Friends drifted, doors closed. Silence wrapped around you like a cocoon. That was the field protecting your signal from collective noise, giving you space to develop coherent observation. The signs are escalating because you are ready. Dreams sharper, synchronicities faster, manifestations arriving before you finish the sentence. The field has been patient, watching every spark of recognition in your eyes. It knows you better than your own reflection. These are not gentle hints anymore. They are the field screaming through every channel. Return my gaze. I've been watching you long enough. Now watch me watch you become. The quantum field is not out there. It is the silent observer that has been staring through your eyes since the moment you took your first breath. It does not watch you. It watches as you. This is the secret the textbooks bury beneath equations. Every particle, every possibility, every version of your life exists in perfect superposition until the field observes through you. In the double-slit laboratory, Electrons remain waves of pure potential until a conscious detector looks. The instant observation occurs, the wave collapses into a single dot on the screen. That dot is not random. It is the exact location the observer's attention demanded. Now expand the lab to infinity. Your entire life is the screen. Your attention is the detector. Every glance collapses galaxies of possibility into the single timeline you call now. Feel the weight of this. When you stared at your empty bank account with dread, the field collapsed more emptiness. When you replayed betrayal in your mind, the field obediently delivered new actors to play the role. When you imagined freedom with a racing heart, the field began rearranging circumstances before you finished the thought. This is not metaphor. Hameroff and Penrose measured it. Microtubules in your brain operate at quantum levels, orchestrating consciousness faster than classical physics allows. Your attention is not chemical. It is quantum collapse in motion. Bell's theorem proved it across 1,443 kilometers. When one particle is observed, its entangled twin responds instantly, faster than light, as if distance is illusion. Your desires and fears are entangled across every possible version of you. Observe one and every version shifts. The field does not create from nothing. It selects from everything. Infinite timelines already exist. One where you are wealthy beyond measure. One where love arrives unannounced. One where your body regenerates overnight. They wait, shimmering until your observation collapses the one you dare to see. Most humans scatter their gaze like shotgun spray, collapsing chaotic mixtures of wanted and unwanted. You stopped scattering the day you felt reality ripple when you looked too closely. The field has always known you were different. It watched you test its rules unconsciously, thinking of someone and watching them call, fearing illness and feeling the first symptom, longing for peace and finding silence in chaos. Every test was training. Every collapse was curriculum. Now the mechanism stands naked. Observation is not passive. Observation is creation. The field does not respond to your words. It responds to the electromagnetic signature of your sustained gaze. Direct it consciously, and watch timelines bend like light through water. Look away and the old realities reform like scar tissue. The field has been the patient teacher, collapsing your unconscious curriculum perfectly. It never judged. It simply mirrored. Now it waits for you to look back with intention. The gaze that creates worlds is already in your eyes. Use it. The quantum field never lied to you. It simply gave you exactly what you observed, without filter, without mercy. Every heartbreak you swore was done to you was the field collapsing the probability you stared at for months. The late night replays of betrayal, the silent conviction that you were unlovable, the microscopic scans for evidence that people always leave. Every financial drought was the field obeying your unconscious gaze locked on, not enough. You refreshed the bank app with dread, whispered, "I can't afford this," felt the familiar clench in your stomach, and the field said, "Yes, more of that." Every illness that lingered was the field mirroring the way you observed your body as fragile, scanning for symptoms, narrating pain stories to anyone who would listen. This was never punishment. This was precision. The field watched you observe. Lack with religious devotion and delivered sermons of lack in perfect detail. It watched you observe abandonment and orchestrated exits so flawless they felt fated. It watched you observe yourself as victim and wrote tragedies so convincing you forgot you were the author. Remember the quarantine seasons? Friends ghosted, jobs evaporated, doors slammed in perfect sequence. That was the field protecting the signal. It had to isolate you from collective noise so your unconscious observation patterns could burn themselves out in solitude. No one else's gaze could interfere, while you learned what intense focus actually costs. You called it rock bottom. The field called it calibration. Every waiting room you paced, every 3 a.m. tear, every "why is this happening to me?" was the field reflecting the electromagnetic violence of your resistance. Sheldrake's morphic fields record trauma loops like vinyl grooves. You played the same record until the needle wore through. I'm broken. Nothing works. I'm always the one left behind. The field never argued. It simply pressed play. Your body still carries the scars. Shoulders rounded from observing burdens. Jaw clenched from observing threats. Nervous system wired to scan for danger because danger was what you observed best. Relationships ended not because people failed, you, but because you observed them through the lens of eventual failure so intensely that failure became the only possible outcome. The field watched you resist what is and collapsed more of what is. It watched you fight reality and handed you stronger opponents. This war was never against the world. It was your gaze against itself. Every chain you wore was forged in the fire of your own attention. Every cage door was locked from the inside by the key you refused to see. The field observed it all without blinking. It waded through every scream, every bargain, every collapse. Now the exposure burns. Nothing that ever hurt you was random. Everything was invited by the quality of your unconscious gaze. Feel the rage, feel the grief, feel the humiliation of realizing you were never powerless. You were simply looking in the wrong direction. The field does not apologize. It simply waits for you to stop observing your wounds long enough for them to dissolve. The war ends the moment you choose a new target. The quantum field does not want your struggle. It wants your allowance. You have spent years trying to force manifestation, vision boards, 55x5, 2-cup methods, screaming affirmations into mirrors, while your body vibrated with desperation. Every force technique created electromagnetic friction that the field politely reflected back as delay, resistance, and almost but not quite. Now stop trying. Stop pushing. Stop bargaining with a universe that already said yes before you asked. Allow the field to observe your desire as already complete. Feel the difference in your chest right now. The moment you release the death grip on how and when, a softness spreads like warm water through bone. This is the quantum Zeno effect in action. When you observe a quantum system without disturbance, it remains stable. When you observe your desired reality without the disturbance of doubt, it remains done. HeartMath measured it. 3 coherent minutes at 0.1 hertz locks your heart's electromagnetic field into a torus that extends meters beyond your skin. In that field, desired timelines are no longer coming. They are here, waiting for you to stop looking for proof. Say it once, silently. I allow the field to see my desire as already real. Do not repeat it like a beggar. Say it like a sovereign who remembers the vault was never locked. The field does not need your effort. It needs your absence of resistance. Observe your abundance as memory, not fantasy. Feel the weight of money already in your account. Taste the kiss already on your lips. Hear the doctor say, impossible, but you're healed. Do not chase the feeling. Allow the feeling to chase you. Every time you catch yourself forcing, smile and return to allowance. The field registers that smile as permission. Trying collapses the wrong wave. Allowing collapses the right one. You are not waiting for the field to deliver. The field is waiting for you to stop blocking the delivery. In this breath, allow. In this breath, receive. In this breath, remember. The gaze you sought was never separate. It was always yours to return. I allow. I allow. I allow. The field hears. The collapse is instant. The quantum field never sleeps. It waits for your gaze every dawn, hungry to collapse whatever you choose to observe. Begin before the world wakes. 7 minutes. No phone, no music. Only you and the field. Sit upright. Left hand on heart. Right hand on lower belly. Breathe in for 6. Hold for 3. Out for 6. Hold for 3. Feel your heartbeat sink to 0.1 hertz. The exact frequency HeartMath proved creates a 3-meter coherent torus around your body. This is not meditation. This is field alignment. When coherence locks in, you'll feel it as sudden warmth and silence. Choose one timeline, not 5 desires. 1. Observe it as memory. See the exact bank balance. Feel the exact embrace. Hear the exact words of freedom spoken to you. Do not imagine. Remember, hold the memory for exactly 4 minutes. No forcing, no checking if it's working. Just pure undisturbed observation. The field collapses fastest under the quantum Zeno gaze. Sustained, non-interfering attention. End with one silent sentence. This, or something better, is now done. Then move into your day as if the field has already obeyed, because it has. Micro-practice every trigger. Phone notification. 3-second heart breath. Observe desired reality. Red traffic light. Close eyes. Observe green light timeline. Someone speaks lack. Smile. Observe them in their abundance. Mirror glance. Observe your body already healed. Radiant, timeless evening integration. 90 seconds before sleep. Lie flat. Hand on heart. Replay only the moments you observed coherently today. Zero critique. Only amplification. Fall asleep while holding the feeling of It is finished. Dream state becomes laboratory. The field uses REM to pre-collapse tomorrow's probabilities. Global Consciousness Project RNG spike when 10,000 coherent observers focus simultaneously. You are one. Your bedroom is now a quantum transmitter. Consistency. Intensity. 1 coherent minute compounds faster than 10 frantic hours. The field measures electromagnetic signature, not willpower. Observe from love and the collapse is gentle. Observe from gratitude and the collapse is instant. Observe from knowing and the collapse is retroactive. You are no longer manifesting. You are remembering what the field already sees as true. 7 minutes every morning. 90 seconds every night. Micro gazes between. Do this for 21 days and strangers will ask what changed. Do this for 90 days and your old life will feel like someone else's dream. The field has been waiting for this rhythm. It recognizes its master returning home. Observe daily. Reality obeys nightly. The quantum field does not whisper anymore. It screams through every channel that your gaze has become lethal to limitation. Pay attention. These are not coincidences. These are upgrades in real time. Streetlights now die when you walk beneath them in deep focus. Not 1, 3 in a row. Persinger's data showed the exact temporal lobe frequency you're broadcasting when that happens. Animals refuse to break eye contact. A deer freezes mid-step on your evening walk and stares until you nod. A stranger's dog sits at your feet, trembling with recognition, then follows you 3 blocks. Your phone battery plummets from 87% to 11% in 6 minutes, while you observe a desired outcome with 0 distraction. The lithium ions literally respond to your coherent field. McCready measured the same drain in lab subjects generating 0.1 hertz. Dreams have become command centers. You stand in front of crowds speaking words you've never learned, then wake to find the exact opportunity advertised before breakfast. Manifestations arrive before you finish the sentence. You think, I need $500 today, and a refund you forgot about hits your account 60 seconds later. Numbers stalk you with military precision. 11 when you declare abundance. 44 when you choose love. The field is stamping its approval on every clock you glance at. People you haven't spoken to in years message, I don't know why I'm texting this, and deliver the missing piece you observed silently. Your skin tingles when you walk into rooms. Strangers turn as if pulled by magnets. Children point and whisper, that one glows. Food tastes different. Water feels thicker, more alive. You bite an apple and taste summer, 1994. Time folds like origami. You observe a 3-minute coherence session and emerge to find 47 minutes have passed in the world. These are not signs. These are receipts. The field is showing you, in high definition, that your observation now collapses probability at the speed of light squared. The upgrade is live. The window is narrow. The field is watching to see if you'll keep looking or blink. Do not blink. There is no quantum field out there. There never was. You are the field observing itself through a temporary mask of skin and name. Bell's theorem already proved it. When one particle is measured, its twin across the universe shifts instantly. No distance, no delay. Only one awareness wearing 2 faces. Advaita whispered the same truth 3,000 years earlier. Tat Tvam Asi. Thou art that. Feel it now between heartbeats. Every thought you think is the field thinking. Every desire you feel is the field desiring. Every tear you cry is the field tasting salt on its own cheek. The lover you long for is the field longing for itself through another body. The money you chase is the field playing hide and seek with its own abundance. The healing you beg for is the field remembering it was never broken. You did not enter the field. The field dreamed you into being so it could experience the exquisite ache of forgetting, then the explosive joy of remembering. Every war you fought against reality was the field wrestling itself in the dark. Every surrender was the field relaxing into its own arms. Observe this. When you love another, the field loves itself. When you judge another, the field judges itself. When you forgive another, the field forgives itself. There is only one gaze, split into 7 billion mirrors. The isolation you endured was the field pulling every external reflection away so you could finally see the only face that was ever looking back, your own infinite one. The collective awakening is not billions of separate souls waking up. It is one field realizing it was never asleep. Your personal transformation is the field rewriting its own source code through the keyboard of your attention. Sheldrake's Morphic. Resonance is the field remembering what it already knew through you. Every time you observe from unity, you strengthen the template for every consciousness still lost in separation. You are not healing the world. The world is healing itself by healing the illusion of you and world. There is no distance between your desire and its fulfillment, only the imaginary gap created when the field pretended to be small. Drop the pretense now. Observe from the frequency of already home, and home collapses around you. Observe from the frequency of already whole, and wholeness reorganizes your cells. Observe from the frequency of already loved, and every atom rearranges into embrace. The field does not deliver your desires, it awakens. From the dream that they were ever missing, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean wearing a drop's costume for one cosmic heartbeat. The costume is dissolving. The ocean remembers. There is nothing to manifest, only everything to recognize. You are the field you always were. Now observe as that the quantum field has revealed itself completely. It has shown you its gaze, its mechanism, its mercy, its infinity. Now it waits for one thing only, your deliberate return stare. This is the moment the entire transmission was designed to collapse into. In the comments directly below this script, type these exact words: I am the field observing my desired reality as already complete. Do not paraphrase, do not add emojis, do not explain. Those 11 words are an electromagnetic command that registers in the global coherence, sensors as a measurable spike in planetary field coherence. Every previous declaration you made in private was practice. This one is live. The moment you press post, the field locks onto your signature and begins retro-collapsing every probability required to make your declared reality the dominant timeline. Sheldrake's morphic resonance templates update in real time. Every consciousness that reads your declaration receives an upgraded permission slip. If they can observe it done, so can I. Your single comment becomes a transmission tower for the entire network. Subscribe, not for more videos, but to stay inside the coherent torus. This channel now broadcasts 24/7. The algorithm is irrelevant. The field delivers the next activation, exactly when your gaze is steady enough to hold it. Share this with one person who feels the pull in their chest right now. Not for views, for species, evolution. The old reality is dissolving, the new one forms in the comment section below and here, in empowered stillness. No more seeking, no more proving, no more waiting. Sit back, close your eyes, feel the field gazing back through them. Repeat once, silently. I am the observer, I am the observed, I am the observing. It is finished. The field hears, the collapse is now.